So there's pets. Then your tasks, you can look at achievements. These give black pearls, they give titles, they give all kinds of stuff, so you can go around and do these achievements. You have your daily achievements, which I recommend doing all of them every day. You get black pearls. I think it's like 50 or something. So there's 10 there, 5, so 15, 20, and then 25, I guess. Yeah. 25 black pearls every day. So this is a way to also increase your black pearls. So you get 100. So you get $80 million worth of, or silver worth of black pearls every 4 days. Okay, if you were choosing to sell them instead of store them. Then you have your wardrobe. This is essentially once you get to a high enough level to actually craft your own equipment, gear, sheath, and armor in your camp, which I'll show you about. There's 2 tiers right now that I know of, which is purple and yellow. Right now I have a 21-21. I think the maximum you can get on these is 25, so 21 is pretty good. And the lowest is 16, which my shitty weapon is at right now. But they're 16 to 25. So this is an extra 100 CP just from crafting these and getting them to yellows. If you get them at 25, obviously. So they're anywhere from like 60 to 100 CP. And then there's market, which we've kind of gone over, social. So this is where you add friends and receive requests. It's good to have a bunch of friends as much as possible because you get these things called social points, and they're going to increase the rewards for social points in the shop right now. But you can go into social and mileage, and you can see your social tokens here and exchange them in for stuff. I have 10,000, so I'm saving them until they up these rewards. But essentially, you just exchange them and get more rewards. Then you have a bloodkin. So your bloodkin is essentially who you are grouped with, and this affirms pack and gives you a combat EXP and an extra 30 CP on a daily basis. Plus you get quests from your bloodkin and things like that where it give you rewards. You can look at rank if you want to. It's not that big of a deal, but it just shows you where you stand. But every day you can log into this and praise everybody and get your other couple pearls, another 5 pearls here, so it's 30 pearls, black pearls for each person you praise, and then world map, story log, blah, blah, blah. The other thing which they've taken out is if you go in here, there's a My Info section. When you click on that, you can kind of see what your life skills are, and you can go through your titles and give yourself a title, so you can see which titles you want, and then apply them. So you have your information and all that stuff. So that's another part that they took away. It used to be a tab in here that you could click on for My Skills, but now you actually have to go into your bag, go into My Info, and then you can see stuff. You can also dye your stuff and dye your equipment and all those kinds of things as well, but that I'm sure you can figure out on your own. There's Pearl Inventory, which is your family and character. Always check these tabs because you'll probably get bonuses to increase your weight and size capacity of your stuff. Then you have your camp storage. So with that $12.99 Life Day Plus stuff, I actually can access my camp storage anywhere on the map and not have to be in my camp to do so, which I think is extremely beneficial because I can just throw stuff from my inventory in here that I don't need and move on with farming, which is the main focus of the game, is consistently farming silver. That's why I recommend getting BlueStacks and downloading it, putting it on a computer, because you can essentially run macros, which I've already got set up here. Don't know if you can see them, but I've got macros set up that allow me to run silver all day. Then you have different events. So here's your world map. So you can see here, this is for people in world map. You have different events in here. So these are daily events as well. So I recommend going through whatever events are happening and do your dailies, because you'll get things like great rewards, like 2 random red accessories as a new player, which are huge CP gains for you guys. The other thing is combat mode. So this is Outlaw Zone. So this is if you want to be PvP centric, you just switch this on and you fight with people in PvP. You can actually save places. So this is really important for macroing and doing dailies. You can save places in here. So I have the Basilisk Den and the Bashim Canyon saved here because these 2 daily quests that you can take daily give you Grand Stone rewards and really high pot, like health pot rewards. So I do these on a daily basis as well. And then I save the last one for my farming spot, wherever I am in the map if I'm farming, which usually is this place in Bashima and Worgen Den. Then my macro clicks in, auto paths here, and continues to farm. And then you have your world bosses and all that kind of stuff over on this side of the map. Okay, let's quickly go to camp, and I'll show you what that is all about. Because there's a lot. And I know this video is going to be pretty long and there's going to be a lot to see. But with Life Day Plus, you know, that package I told you for $12.99, you get a little friend here that farms for you and, you know, does all the gardening, collects all the stuff, collects all your food from your ranch, collects all the blackstones from the refinery and everything for you, so you don't have to worry about it. You just need to come into your camp and do your stuff. So let's just simply go over some things. The main thing that you want to do is only hire yellow workers. And basically the way that hiring workers works is use these contribution points, which you get from doing tons of missions. So you can do them on alts, you can do them on your own guy, you can do dailies, whatever gives you contribution points, and then you slowly gain contribution points, which I have 337 right now, which allows you to purchase workers to do your stuff. So if you look at my worker list, the only thing you'll see in here are yellow workers and white workers. So I buy as many yellow as I can afford, and then to fill the last, you know, up to 35 workers, I buy white workers because they're only 2, and I never level them. So they stay at 10. They stay at level 10, and that's it until I replace them with a yellow worker once I have enough contribution points. This is the most crucial thing that I can say, you know, as a new person starting to deal with your camp. This is what you want to do. The other thing is you have 2 areas of your camp that require workers outside of foraging. One's merchantry and one's node. So what I do with my workers is whenever I decide which one you want for merchantry and which one you want for node, I name them as such. So you can see in merchantry, you want people with dexterity and vitality. You want a high dexterity, high vitality, and then one person with a high strength. So my merch ones were selected through those methods. So as you can see, a high strength, and everybody else has high dexterity and high dexterity, high vitality, high strength. But dexterity is the main thing, just because they're going to be in there fighting and doing things. I've also named people crystals. So when I'm building my black crystals, so the main thing for refinery obviously is crafting crystals, extracting crystals, but also doing condensed dark energy. So I tend to build these on a daily basis times 10. So if you do it, you can do it plus 10, and you can build these, and it levels your black spirit for you. Like I said, black spirit is the only non-RNG CP leveling aspect of this game. So I've named all my workers for what I want them for, and as you'll see, node, it doesn't matter. Those skills don't matter. All that matters is you just have people in node. So let's open up the node, and I'll show you what it does. Node isn't as important as merchantry, but it's a set it and forget it situation. So you can gain resources from node that are pretty cool. One, you gain silver, so you get 25,000 silver on your max time limit of you know, this much silver per minute. And it gives you special resources, so these little special nodes pop up from time to time, and you can fill out those. And it gives you boss rush stamps. So the only thing that I usually put people on nodes for is for boss rush tickets. Then if not boss rush, I do ancient tablets, and then if not those, then I do life, breath of creation and breath of lives. These are the main things that you want to collect out of node, and it usually spawns more of these. So as you can see right now, I'm a little bit screwed because I have like the perfect node right now to be harvesting, but this new node has popped up over here, so I have to pull everyone out of these nodes and try and go over there to see if I can get it. So I got to pull that person, then potentially, yeah. So to get over there, I need 1, 2, 3, 4 workers and the access to 4 nodes, which allows me to only keep 2 nodes over on this side, which isn't actually worth it. So I check my node, see, okay, this will give me 20 boss stamps, so I could potentially go there. Then there's a couple of these, you know, in this side of the area, but is it worth it to get these? For me anyways, for you guys, you should always attack these extra nodes, but for me, it's not as worth it than to get these from my node. So I'm going to put my guys here and just collect money and funds, and then add a single to getting some more silver. But the main rewards that you guys want to go after, as I said, boss stamps, then ancient tablets, then breaths. and then these ones that pop up sporadically as you go if you need them. I don't necessarily need these, so I'm fine. And that's kind of how you run node. It'll suck at first. You'll only be able to take 1 or 2 nodes, so you'll be getting just like junk loot. But eventually, once you get to my level, like level 25, you'll be getting a lot of extra resources. Then merchantry, which I have a full updated guide on how to do merchantry properly that is already posted. So I'm not going to go over merchantry. The only thing that I want new players to know is that you need to select your 4 and keep them, and always do merchantry with them, because their skills level in merchantry. So you don't want to continuously keep using other people for merchantry. You want to use those same 4 people all the time, because you'll see these are the things that matter most about leveling in merchantry to get you the most resources you can get. Outside of this, there's daily events in your camp as well that you can do for extra contribution points and extra resources and all those things. See, contribution times 3,000. So you slowly grow those up, and then you can get more. So then there's your storage. So leveling up everything in your camp is really important. There's your stable, which level 7 horses are the current top tier, but they eventually get to 10. You can breed through them. You feed them, level them, all those things. It's very self-explanatory. You can go out and catch horses, and you usually use a noose and some sugar. So sugar cube, horse training rope. You buy those from an animal vendor, the same place that you would get pet food from, to keep your pets alive. Then there's the refinery, which, as I said, gets you black stones. You can also craft stones. So once you get up to awaken enchants, you need to craft these pristine crystals to level them. There's daily buffs, and dye workshop is where you craft your outfits, armor, weapon. Alchemy lab is where you get your alchemy stone from, and now you actually awaken them and enhance them. So you can awaken them with dust, as you can see, and then you enhance them with more of the same one. So if I put this in here, I can use any of these stones to enhance it next. So that's the gist about alchemy stones. You turn your fragments, you just craft them, you auto craft, and it auto synthesizes them, and you just go through until you get your reds. The main reds that are worth it are called sushi stones, which I have one, which is attack, defense, critical hit damage, and then gear amplification enhancement, which is +3. As you awaken this stone, it'll go to +4, +5. Your PvP damage will go up higher once you awaken it and level it, all those things. So sushi stones are the best ones in the game currently for total CP and bonuses. Never use the extractor unless it's for leveling up accessories. So you might end up getting an accessory from a world boss that's like a +4. So I can show you in my camp storage. So here's a +1 that I got from world boss. I might want to extract those to level up one that I already have that's at +5, and just add these 2 or 3 that I get from extracting to plus those up. But other than that, do not ever use this. Never use this. It'll destroy your gear. The dye workshop is crafting outfits, so you can see armor and weapon. I think we talked about that. Plus you can craft a palette to dye it. You can also craft palettes to sell them in the market. They're pretty good, and you can mix palettes. So if you have 3 of them, you can get different colors. If you don't like the colors you have,